So I'm hoping that this goes okay. So share screen. There we go. Right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my trusty PowerPoint. Now, if you remember if you was joining me on the last Hangout that we went through, started to build our Zukul funnel. And, these are the things, the top 3 things that we covered on the last Hangout, which choose a Zukul product, set your email campaign up, and create your landing page. Now, this evening, I want to go into a bit more depth about the campaigns, a bit more depth about the landing page, and then we'll do the Facebook Ninja and Social Sniper, and then I'll show you how I'm doing my split testing. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just get my close that down and let me do Firefox. Now, what I've done is under the Google Sniper, I went in and created just 3 ads. That's all I've done because I want to split test them. Now, I've got this ad here and this one and this one. So if I come back over to, let me get my PowerPoint again. I do apologize. So let's go down a screen. Here we are. This is what I want to show you. Right. So these are the ads. These are the 3 ads that I set up. Okay. Now, I can't tonight, but next week, possibly on Monday, I'll show you how I made these images. I made all these images myself. They're very simple to do. You just need PowerPoint and then a bit of, a bit of imagination. So anyway, these are the 3 ads that I've set up, and I've given them all, their own URL, their own tracking link inside the URL tracker and shortener. As you can see there, I've got, traffic ad 1, traffic ad 2, and traffic ad 3. So what I do with these ads is they've gone out on Facebook, Google Plus, LinkedIn, Twitter, and I'll tell you again in a minute, but they've gone out to nearly all the platforms inside the Social Sniper. Now, I made them live, literally. I finished them, the ads, and put my ads up and got my advertisements out. I finished them literally about 2 hours ago, okay? Now, what I do is these advertisements, as I say, I put them on the social media sites, and they will drive traffic and then if somebody fills out their details, they're then taken over to the sales page. Okay, now after, there's 2 things that happen here in the middle, if you like. Once they filled out their on this landing page here, once they filled out their email address, 1, they go to the landing page, the sales page, and 2, they're put into my autoresponder. Okay, so that's basically what happens. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this broken down, because what we want to see is basically we want to send out our messages from our campaign, make sure they're getting delivered, check how many of them are being opened, check how many people are clicking the link inside the email, and then we have a look at the conversions. And then once we found the page, the ad, and the email that's working, then we just rinse and repeat. We just carry on. Then we can up the game a bit. We can do more ads and then just tweak everything up. But let me take you over to my Firefox again. Now, in here, I'll go into these ads in a moment, but let's go over to here. Now, this is the URL shortener and tracking tool. Now, if you can see here, I've got these traffic ad 1, traffic ad 2, traffic ad 3. Now, already, this is literally 2 hours. It's not even 2 hours. The first ad that I sent out, so let's go back to PowerPoint again. Let me go up here and show you. So this ad at the top, this is ad 1, the top one, then obviously 2 and 3. Okay, so keep those in your mind. And then when I come back over to the tracking tool, you can see ad 1 has generated 125 clicks, ad 2, 95, and ad 3, 102. Now, that is all in a couple of hours. So there's no problem getting the traffic. We all know that the traffic is the easy thing to get. Now, what we want to do now is to see how we can turn that traffic interesting here because this is my campaign. I haven't refreshed, shy to do that. You know, the Hangout might slow it down a bit, and I don't want it to be hanging around for you. But you know, this campaign one, that's that black ninja image. Let me get it back there again so I can refresh myself. You know, this black image here is doing quite well, actually. You know, so I've got 7 opt-ins. If I go back over here, from 125 people that have visited the page. Now, there's 2 things that this is telling me. This is obviously doing a much better than the other 2 ads, but to be fair, this one I'm running more at the moment because I want to send a lot of traffic to it. I want to get this to about 200 clicks. Then I'll slow it down, and then I'll put this one to get this up to 200 clicks. Slow that down and do that one. So I'm just gonna, I want to get it to 200 clicks. I may even stop this one once I've got 200 clicks, get them all at 200 clicks, and then I'll be able to measure, you know, more accurately. But as you can see, so far, this one, I'm really pushing this one at the moment. So that's got 7 opt-ins. Now, I can't click on that to show you the actual people that have opted in. But what I do myself is once they've opted into my list, I then get their email address, and I go straight over to Facebook, and I pop it into Facebook in the search bar, you know, at the top there. And if they're on Facebook with that email address, it will find them. And if they are, then I'll connect with them and say, you know, that you showed an interest in the Facebook Ninja. I was wondering if I could have a chat with you on Skype, and we can go over the details, and I can give you a live demonstration. If I can't find them on Facebook, the next thing I do is I go over to Google. I put their email address in Google, and 9 times out of 10, Google will find them. You know, if they've got a post somewhere or a website somewhere with that email address that they're using, you're going to find them. If you don't find them at all, you know, the chances are they've just used an email address just to see what's on the next page. You know, which is what happens. A lot of people do that. So I'm quite pleased with that at the moment. You know, it's been running for a couple of hours, and you know, I've got 7, 8, 9. What's that? It's 10 opt-ins. You know, now that's not bad. 10 people have opted into my list, which I'm very happy with. Now let me show you the capture pages that I'm actually using. Now this is a capture page 1. It's got, I've paused it. It's got a video in the background. So this page here is linked to this black image at the top here. And then when we come over to this page here, I'm trying this page, and this page is linked to this image, okay? And then finally, we come to page 3, and this one has got a testimonial video on, and that's linked to the last advertisement, which is that one. Okay, which is the bottom one there where it says free traffic, social media on autopilot. Okay, so I'm quite pleased with these 3 pages. Now, at the moment, I can't really say which is the best page. You know, I'm going to have to run my advertisements a little bit longer. But as you can see, let me just show you. There they are going out on Twitter. So I don't put much information on Twitter because you've only got 140 characters. So I like to let the image do the talking on Twitter. And the same is when you go to Pinterest, all you really need is an image and a little bit, you know, keep the text to a minimum because you want the image to tell the story. And then I should, hopefully, I don't know if it's on here. No, it's probably refreshed itself. But if I go over to my wall on Facebook, that should, let me just see. I go here. You maybe can see the ads because it normally shares them on here. Let's just see if that's doing. No, that's got the Hangout. Yeah, I do apologise. I did have the ads, but you know what Facebook is like. It keeps refreshing itself, so you don't actually see the ads going on Facebook. But if I come back over to Zukul, and let me now show you my ads. So let's see. I'll click on this to edit it. And basically, you know, all I've got is the link in the top there. Then I've got the text that I want clickable on Facebook. Then I've picked a community that I want it to go to, or I want it to go to my wall. And then I just put a little bit of text, and then I've got the date. And this particular one, I've got it rolling. So I've got all of these rolling. So let's have a look at the next one. This one, again, change the text around, different image, going out at a different time. And what I've done with my ads is I don't like to do my stuff on Google Plus every 5 minutes. I like to do it every sort of half an hour, 15 minutes. You see, I've started off here, look, 15 minutes, then another 15, then another 15, and then as you go down a bit further down the bottom, I've spread them out a bit, you know. So I've got 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock, you know. So I've spread them right out, and all I've done is I keep repeating the same ads, okay, to go at different times of the day. So there's my free ads, and so you can really understand, or you can really get the data back to see how your ads are doing. You know, if you've got 100 ads running, you know, tracking all that is not very easy. I mean, obviously it can be done, but it's a lot of hard work because you have to go and set up all the URLs for each ad. So I like to run these free ads. Now, what I'll do with my ads, once I've analyzed this for 200 clicks, I'll choose the best one out of these free images, if you like. And then, you know, so if I've got let me go back to PowerPoint. What I'll do is I'll run each one of these so that I've got 200 clicks gone through each one. And then once I've got the 200 clicks, I'll analyze that to see which is the best image. So I'll keep the best one out of the free, and then I'll make 2 new ones. And I'll just keep doing that and putting them under the same URL, but I'll just make a new image, you know, so replace the image. So when I go back into here, where are we? When we go back into here, let's just say that this black image ended up being the best one out of the free. I'd get rid of these 2 and replace them in here with a completely new image. So I haven't got to remake the ad. All I'm doing is changing the image, you know. So that's how I do it. And the same with the landing pages. Now, here's my landing pages. Where have we gone? Here's the landing pages. So again, with these landing pages, I will split test them. And when I've got 200 clicks gone through each one of them, I will then check to see which ones are converting the best. So I'll keep one and get rid of the other 2, keep the same URL. I'll just go into the landing page creator, you know. So let's go over to, have I got it here? No, bear with me. So I'd go back over to the landing page creator, the LP creator. And what I do is I would just edit my page, and bear with me, stop the video. Right, so I would come back in here. Once I found that my landing pages, which one's working the best for me, I would edit my page, keeping the best one. And all you do to edit is click on this, you know, on this blue link here, or the pencil, and then I'd go through the process of editing the page. Now, this particular page at the end here, I made this page, this stuff here, all inside my blog. Okay, so all I did was, let me go into that page and I'll show you. What page was that? That's number 3. So let's go to page number 3. That's this one. And I'll just change that number to get me onto the right bit. And then, now, if you can see here, I've got a load of the HTML. So I'm going to select all that and copy that. And what I do is I go over to my blog, and then I'll post to my blog. But I'm not actually going to make the post. All I want to use here is the editor. That's all I want to do. So we'll just let this load. Let me stop that video. And then all I do then is I click on this button that says source. I'll pop my mouse in there and I'll paste that in there, and then I'll go back to click the source button again, and you'll get to see now what this looks like. Now, I made this text in here, you see. So if I go back over to my capture page, there's my you know, my text and my image that I put in, and I did that. I've got that many tabs open. I did that in here in my editor. So all I do is I create the image and the text, and how I want it. And then all I do then is click on the source button, get all this HTML code, take that over to my landing page creator and pop the code directly into there, because these boxes you can put HTML code in. Okay, now what we are going to do is we're going to put at the top of these boxes, we're going to place an editor in, so you can actually do it the same way but in the landing page rather than having to go over to your blog. But it's very, very simple to do. And then when you're happy, I've got some buttons that I've got on my computer that are a GIF, and you know, I just loaded all that in there, created that, changed the colors, changed the font size. Let me make this nice and big. Change the font size, get it how I want it to look. This literally took me, you know, 15 minutes to make this in here. And then once I've done that, all I do, go to the source code, as I say, copy all that source code, and then take that back over to the landing page creator, which I think is over here, paste that in there, and then I just click next. And that's that done. So, and again, the end here, I've got this little bit of you know, this little bit of writing, thousands of visitors to your site today. So again, I've done that inside you know, my blog, and I pop that code into there. Okay, so now on this opt-in settings, we covered this on Wednesday, the opt-in settings. If I go back over to my, where are we? Let's go over to my autoresponder again. I do apologize, I've got that many windows open, I'm getting lost. Now in the autoresponder, each one of these campaigns, you know, I've got the Facebook Ninja 1, 2 and 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close some of these so I don't keep opening the same windows for you. Now this particular page, I've linked it to campaign 3. There we are, you see, so the drop down menu, there's my campaigns 1, 2 and 3. So I've got that linked to campaign 3. So everything is trackable. Okay, everything is trackable. It's so easy to follow, and I can really analyze the work that I'm doing to make sure everything is working correctly and see what results I'm getting. Now on Wednesday, I spoke to you about these settings here. You know, give it this names is just so that you can identify it. Nobody else is going to see that name. But this box here, the SEO settings, I highly recommend that you put a little bit of thought in this, because if you can see at the top of the page there, look, it's got Facebook. If I come back over here, it's Facebook traffic. Now that will be my page title, which actually displays there. Now, then I've got so let's just go over to Google. That's probably the easiest thing to do. And if I search in here, website traffic, let me give you an idea of what this is. So, right, so you can see this blue line here is the page title. So if I go back over to my, I'm going to close these, I do apologize. Right, so if I go back over to here, so Facebook Ninja, and I'll drag this so I don't lose it at the end here. Sorry, Facebook traffic. So that would be my title inside Google. Then the next bit you have is this short description. You see, everybody's got this couple of lines of short description. Okay, so that is what I popped in there, the description. And then in the background, the bit that Google looks for is the keywords. Now you don't actually see these keywords, so let's go to, let me see if I can find the site that's not, let me put in something else maybe, so I'll put in football. Let me try that. And I'll just give you an idea of what we're looking at here. Right, so I'm gonna click on, hopefully the Guardian's not going to let me down. So I'll click on the Guardian, and then when I get on this website, hopefully it's going to load nice and quick. I want to show you, and hopefully I can find them on this, because we're doing this live. The thing is to say, never do things live, never interview, you know, have children live on shows, and certainly don't have animals on live. So I think that we should add to that, doing stuff on the internet. So right, I'm going to right click on this and view the page source. Now I might get a bit technical technical here, but what I'm looking for on here is if I can, is the keywords. And here's the description. There's a description. So there's their description. Where's their keywords? Lo and behold, it's live and I can't find it. But basically, you actually do these because Google looks for these. But not only does Google look for it, if I save that, and let's hopefully see if I can get Facebook up again. What I'll do is I'm going to take one of these pages, one here, copy that. Let's go over to Facebook. It's very, very slow. I wanted to show you inside Facebook, so I don't know if Facebook's going to come back because I'm on the Hangout. The internet connection here this evening is not that great. So I'm just going to let Facebook load, and then I'll show you what happens here when you load, you know, anything into Facebook or that you're posting, and they will check to see if there's any information that they can bring back for themselves. So look at this. Look, there's an advert. It's here. It says posted into 34 groups. So this is one of my ads that I'm actually running as we speak. So this is going live, and this is for this is the first advertisement. As you see, I'm pushing that advertisement again. There it shows you the thumbnail of the first one. The others it doesn't show you, but basically it's it says see 32 more posts. I've just made 30 odd posts while being on the air, which is fantastic. So that's all working fine. So hopefully Facebook, so if I pop him in there, and I hope this again is going to work for us. And it's very slow, I'm afraid. So as you can see, my ads are going out, and what we want to do is we want to track everything that we're doing so that we can now split test. And then what I'm going to do on Monday is I want to show you a couple of things, really. I want to show you how to make these images so you can make your own images and stand out from the crowd. You don't have to go and copy images off of Google Plus and worry about copyrights and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to show you how to make these images, but I'm also going to show you a little technique that I use for actually following up with my prospects rather than just my emails that go out. So let me come back over to Zukul and go over to, did I keep my autoresponder open? I'll open my autoresponder. Now, with this campaign that I've got set up here with 7 people in, let's click on the books. And then so far I've set up 7 messages. I've got plenty of time because obviously people will only be on the first day. So, you know, I'm not asking, nobody would expect you maybe to set up all 7 or 8 or 20 or however many you want all in the first day. It doesn't matter because, you know, I try to set up the first 3, and then I've got a bit of breathing time. Then I can just make the others at my leisure. But I'll just show you one of the advertisements. Now, I've pre-written all these for you, so I've got them, and I'm going to put them in on the same blog that I've already done, and add some more content there. So you'll have the whole package, if you like. Now, what I would recommend you do, not just copy and paste what I do, take them and personalize them a bit for you. But you know, I've just made some emails here, and as you can see, they've got links inside them. Now, if I highlight that, and then I come up to this chain up here, you'll see that says email traffic 1. Okay, so I'm even tracking the clicks that are inside my emails, you know. So let me come back over to the URL shortener and tracker. Let's stop that. And then if I scroll down the screen, and right, so there's my landing pages. So these are the advertisements. So these are the ads that are going out. So they're being tracked. And then the next thing we've got is we've actually got the capture page to see how many people are coming from this advertisement over to the capture page. So out of 126 people, 11 have gone and filled their details out on the capture page, because I've got a link inside the capture page. So maybe I'll show you that as well, is the best thing. Go LP creator. Got to have that many tabs open. It's hard to keep a track of it all. So if I go to my pages, and then I'll just choose this number 3 here, and I'll quickly just change that to step 3. I think it's step 3. No, it's step 4. So we go to step 4. Now, as you can see in here, it says the success page URL. So when somebody comes to my capture page, puts their email address in there, they're then sent somewhere else. So as you can see, I'm even tracking this. So basically, I'm tracking the ad to see if somebody clicks on the ad. Then when they come to the capture page, I'm tracking to see whether they put their email address in, because that's what I want to do, is see if the page is actually converting. So if I come back over to the URL shortener and tracker, so here, these are my ads, okay? And then here is the tracking link to tell me if someone's put in their name and their email address in, okay? Now look, that number 1 had 126 people clicked the ad. Out of that 126 people, 11 people filled out their email. And then if I come back over to my campaign, where's my campaign? My word. If I come back over to my campaign and I look here, you can see out of the 11 people, 3 of them all opted out, more or less, after they got the first email. They filled in the box, and then they've actually clicked unsubscribe. So out of the 11 people that filled their details out, I've got 7 of them that have left in. So I lost 4 people. It's not the end of the world. And then what I've got here is in the email that I send out. So here in this email that I'm sending out, let me make this nice and big for you. In this email that I'm sending out, look, there's a link here. So I'll just again show you that. If I go to this chain, there it says, email traffic 1. So if I come back over to my tracking tool, email tracking, there we are. So this particular page that I'm showing you has had 1 person click the link inside my email. Okay, now the one that's more successful, this one that's got 11 in, which is number 1. Yeah, so out of the 11 people, I've had 1 person that's actually clicked the link inside the first email. But that's okay, because what I'm going to be doing is, if I go back a screen here, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sending these people lots of emails. Okay, I'm going to be sending them. So far I've got 7, and I'm probably going to get up to somewhere around about the 16 emails. And I'll let you have a copy of all these once I've done them, and then I'm just going to monitor them for the next week now to see how I do. And at the end of next week on Friday's Hangout, we'll be able to analyze everything that's done, and we can then work out together how we're going to move forward. So really what I'd like you to do is, if I come back over to my trusty PowerPoint before we close, you need to make yourself 3 images. Okay, now there's some images on the site already, as you know, under the jukebox training, under the social submission course, and it's module 2. You'll find some images there if you don't know how to make them, but I'll show you next week how to make these images. And then once you've made the images, the next thing you need to do is to make 3 tracking links for these advertisements here. Okay, then what we need to do is you'll need to make a landing page for each one of the images, and again give that a tracking link. Then what you'll do is you'll create a tracking link for your email. Okay, so you'll be able to track every single stage, when they click the ad, when they fill out your opt-in landing page, when they click the email that's click the link inside the email. So we're tracking everything, and then what we'll be able to do, we'll be able to analyze all this data and work out which is the best email campaign and the complete campaign, and then we can really then start to I don't know, tweak it up. That's what I call it. We'll really be able to tweak it up and adjust little things on the pages, adjust the ads, and you know, we can start then to we'll start to see conversions. That's basically what we're going to do. We're going to start to see conversions. So hopefully that's all sort of sunk in for you. If not, please watch the Hangout again. And before I finish, I want to say thank you so much for joining me on this Friday. I hope you have a lovely weekend. And as I always finish with, you know, please don't do the same thing over and over again and expect to get different results. Now, let me I've got to find the Hangout again. Oh, cancel that. So here we are, stop sharing. So as I say, don't keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. It's about, you know, if you do today what you did yesterday, then tomorrow you're only going to have what you've got today. Now, I have one more challenge for you that I want to see if you can do this for me for the next 7 days. And that is not to complain about anything. You know, if somebody cuts you up when you're driving, don't complain. If the kids are sending you mad, don't complain. If the wife's sending you mad, the husband's sending you mad, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, don't complain. And the minute you start complaining, start the 7 days again. See if you can not complain about anything in your life, and you will find everything that you do is all about mindset. If you want to be successful online, you must have a free and happy mind. You know, don't complain, don't whinge about things. There's no need to be complaining about anything. So just try it for 7 days and stop yourself. The minute that you want to complain, stop. Doesn't matter what the situation is. Train your mind, train your mind. I've got some books for you that I'm going to talk to you about next week. Also next week, now, if anybody would like to go into that room, they'd need to PM me, send me a message, and I'll add you to the room. Now, next week, I'm going to be doing a hangout with some solo ad providers. I've got some guests coming on, and we're going to talk about solo ads, and we're going to talk about paid traffic, because what we're going to do is once we've gone through this process of working out what our best results are. And again, as I said to you on Wednesday, it's not for everybody. But once you've worked out what adverts are doing great, what page is converting, what emails are getting opened, you can take a bit from here and a bit from there, put it all into one campaign, then run some more free traffic to it. And then once you've got that perfect campaign, that's the time then to spend a few dollars, $25, $50, whichever you can afford, $100, $1,000. I don't know. But whatever you want to spend, if you want to do that, that's fine. If that's okay. If you don't, then don't. But I want to introduce you to it, because paid traffic can give you, can take your business from here to there like that if it's done correctly. So next week, we're going to have a hangout. We've got a couple of expert solo ad providers, people that I trust in the business, that are going to tell you how to choose a correct solo ad and how to set it up, and tell you, all the pros and cons of it. So I'll let you know what day we're going to do that. Hopefully that will be next week. And have a great weekend. And please don't complain, at least for the next 7 days. And the minute you start complaining, start your 7 days again. And have a fantastic weekend. My name's Jeremy, and I'll see you on Monday's Hangout. Bye now.